Welcome to Module 11, Reading and Writing Files in Java. In this lesson, we'll learn how Java programs can store data in files and retrieve data from files. We'll cover 4 important topics: writing data to a file, reading data from a file, using buffered reader for faster reading, and appending data to an existing file. By the end of this lesson, you'll understand how to perform basic file input and output operations in Java. Let's start with writing data to a file. In Java, we can use the FileWriter class to create a file and write text into it. In this example, a FileWriter object named fw is created for the file called test.txt. The write method is then used to store the text hello inside the file. Finally, the close method is called to save the changes and release the file resource. Always remember to close the file after writing to ensure that all data is properly saved. Now let's learn how to read data from a file. This example uses the scanner class together with the file class. First, a scanner object is created to access the contents of test.txt. The while loop checks whether there is another line available in the file. As long as there is data to read, the next line method retrieves each line and prints it to the console. This approach is useful when reading files line by line, especially when processing text files. Another way to read files is by using buffered reader. Buffered reader is often faster and more efficient because it reads larger chunks of data at once instead of accessing the file repeatedly. In this example, a buffered reader object is created using a file reader connected to test.txt. The read line method reads a single line from the file and displays it. Buffered reader is commonly used in applications that need improved reading performance, especially when handling larger files. By default, FileWriter overwrites the existing contents of a file. However, there are situations where we want to add new information without deleting the existing data. This is where append mode becomes useful. Notice the second parameter, set to true, in the FileWriter constructor. This tells Java to append new content to the end of the file instead of replacing what's already there. The text new line will be added after the existing content, and the file is then closed to save the changes. Append mode is commonly used for logs, records, and files that need continuous updates. Let's review what we've learned in this module. FileWriter allows us to write text into files. Scanner helps us read file contents line by line. Buffered reader provides a faster and more efficient way to read data from files. And append mode enables us to add new content without overwriting existing information. These file handling techniques are essential for creating Java applications that can store, retrieve, and manage data effectively. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next module.